Peace be upon you and God's mercy and blessings. Welcome to a new episode and a new video about narcissism. In this episode, I'm going to tell you some things that will help you gain control over the narcissist and make their actions toward you completely meaningless. In other words, how you can deal with a narcissist without letting their behavior affect you. Not everyone is lucky enough to have been able to leave the narcissist or cut ties with them. Even after cutting off the relationship, the narcissist often remains like a nightmare in your life, constantly trying to come back and reclaim you. And when there are children between you and the narcissist, you're often forced to interact with them or maintain communication for the sake of the kids. Or maybe they're your boss at work, and you're required to deal with them despite their exhausting behavior. What matters most is how to make them stop dealing with you altogether. The first thing you need to know, and the first step in achieving what we're talking about, is don't try to change them or correct their behavior. Any attempt you make to change the narcissist will only be met with more control, more dominance over you, and more attempts to get a reaction from you. Your reaction, your emotional response, is what feeds the narcissist. Keep that in mind. Of course, your main goal is to stop them from hurting you or provoking you. What I mean is set a very firm and unbreakable boundary with the narcissist. Deny them the reactions they crave, and you'll find that it's like cutting off their oxygen supply. Whenever you give in or loosen your boundaries, you're handing over more and more of your emotions and mental energy, and that's exactly what the narcissist feeds on. Their entire relationship with you revolves around constantly provoking you by any means possible, because they thrive on arguments and endless debates. Sometimes the provocation might even come in the form of talking positively about someone else, praising another person in front of you, making it seem like they're better than you, or implying that you can't do something as well as they can, but that he can do it better. The main purpose behind this is to upset you and stir up jealousy inside you, so that you lose your temper and end up in a pointless debate trying to prove that you're better or that you're more capable than that person, saying things like, "I did this and I achieved that," just to justify yourself. Believe me, stop all of that immediately. Don't even try to defend yourself or your abilities with someone like that, because they will neither believe you nor accept what you're saying. And in the end, you'll be the one who feels drained, emotionally and mentally exhausted from an argument that leads nowhere. Now think of the opposite. What happens if you don't respond at all when a narcissist says things like that? What if they see that you're completely unaffected by their words? Believe me, it will frustrate them emotionally. And if you keep doing this consistently, they'll eventually get bored because they're not getting what they need from you: your reaction, your anger, your emotional outburst. When you stop arguing or debating with a narcissist, you're depriving them of their greatest pleasure in life. And when you take that pleasure away, it gets replaced by deep sadness, frustration, and hopelessness. The narcissist will lose their battle with you if you can maintain this state of non-reaction and emotional detachment. Another very important point is, don't try to attack the narcissist or talk about them or label them in any way, even in response to their attempts to manipulate the children or when they speak badly about you in front of them. Believe me, if you respond the same way they do, you'll lose more than you could ever gain. There is no benefit, none at all, in speaking badly about them to the kids, even if they do it to you. On the contrary, by doing that, you're actually helping them hurt the children even more. The narcissist feeds off your pain, especially when they start comparing themselves to you, or when they speak about you to your coworkers or your children, describing you with false or distorted traits. Believe me, this is very similar to the narcissist's smear campaign against you, something we've talked about before. And the most effective way to deal with it is not to defend yourself or even try to prove them wrong. Because believe me, anyone who truly loves you and truly knows you will never believe such things about you. So in the end, you're the one who wins, because you'll discover who your real friends are and who never deserve a place in your life to begin with. You'll find that the people who remain around you are the most genuine and loyal, the ones who truly love you for who you are, and who are not influenced by the narcissist's toxic words. As I've said before, trying to defend yourself may cost you a lot because you're not like the narcissist. You don't have their manipulative skills or their ability to twist facts and deceive people with lies. The narcissist manipulates others into believing you're the bad one, And unfortunately, it may be hard for those people to believe your side of the story. But what you really should do is focus on your own path. Keep moving forward and never respond. Let the truth come out on its own, and trust that one day, everything will be revealed for what it truly is. Now, of course, I'm not saying you should stay silent about everything, especially if there's something the narcissist is accusing you of and you have solid proof that it's false. In that case, don't hesitate to present your evidence, but do so calmly, without anger or an emotional reaction. Speak with complete calm and composure, and present your evidence to expose their lies. But if you don't have strong proof to expose the narcissist, and all you can do is talk, then here's my advice. Don't say anything at all. Silence will be a far more powerful and impactful response because the narcissist is eagerly waiting for your outburst, your anger. That's when they experience the happiest moments of their life. If you get into an argument with a narcissist, you need to understand that you're actually serving them. You're handing yourself over on a silver platter, feeding them emotionally, allowing them to drain you and pull out all your negativity. It could even reach a point where you get yourself into trouble or end up vulnerable to them, completely at their mercy. A narcissist can't accept or tolerate the idea of you simply walking away from their life. On the contrary, they believe they still own you, even after a breakup, and that they have every right to take revenge, manipulate you, or destroy your life, even after the relationship ends. The narcissist wants you to fail, to not be able to help yourself, to never succeed, and to never move forward in life, not even a single step. They want you to continue living under the weight of their abuse, even after separation, as if they are still part of your life and an essential part of it. A normal person, when they exit a relationship, like a marriage, for example, they leave it and move on naturally. They continue living their life normally, even if they enter a new relationship later. It's not normal for someone to keep their past relationship in front of their eyes as an emotional source to feed off of, or to use that past relationship to manipulate and emotionally harm the person they're currently with. But this is exactly what a narcissist does. Their entire life revolves around manipulating others, whether it's someone from a past relationship or someone in their life right now. In other words, they use one person against another, all to serve their own goals and hidden agenda. Be very aware. If you were once in a relationship with a narcissist and are now separated after discovering their true face, don't forget that they know everything about you, even your emotional wounds and vulnerabilities, the ones you once shared with them in sincerity and trust. Now they know all of that, and the scary part is they're now against you, and they know exactly how to use what they know against you to manipulate and hurt you. It's extremely important to learn how to control your emotions and reactions, especially negative or angry responses. Try your best not to let anything the narcissist does shake you or get to you, especially not at the wrong time or in moments of happiness. Don't let a message from them ruin your mood or flip your emotions. It's crucial that you learn to manage this well, because once you do, you take away the narcissist's power to manipulate you or to turn your joy into sadness. Keep your focus on living positively and making your mental health and personal success your top priorities. Don't let anything the narcissist does get in the way of your healing journey or slow down your path to success. And most importantly, don't let a past narcissistic relationship stop you from living a normal life or from meeting people who genuinely love and care for you and your feelings. You need to strengthen your relationship with the people who truly love you because they're your real support during this phase. They will help you emotionally and play a big role in your journey toward full healing from the effects of a narcissistic relationship.